Hi guys, welcome back to the Voice Chat Podcast, episode 11. I'm back. My name is Maaz from TheAMaazing.
I'm Laddi.
I'm Rushlight Invader.
I'm Emirichu.
I'm GingerPale.
All right, there we go. Welcome to the podcast, guys. It took a long time to organize. Probably because we got multiple time zones. First and foremost, before the podcast, everything went wrong. Devin.
Yeah, I literally went to go sit in my chair, and just as I sat, I don't know. We don't know if it was a twisting motion or dragon motion or whatever, but my knee just like locked up all of a sudden, and it's really painful to move it. But luckily, I'm stuck at my desk, so I can talk.
Yeah.
Wasn't your mouth.
Devin, you're making it sound like that's your life now. You just resigned to the life.
Podcast.
And even better, I didn't pee after I got out of bed, and I just got out of bed.
You just do you have a rolly chair? Is that a rolly chair?
Yeah, but
Great,
I
you
can't
can just
push
roll
myself.
around
Just
your
roll
life.
yourself to the bathroom.
I got a bottle here. It's okay.
It's like for all your flights, you just literally roll to the airport. Just roll to the seat. You don't need an airport seat. You can just bring the rolly seat.
Yeah,
Strap you to the plane outside.
they have those. They're wheelchairs,
Dude.
right?
The wheelchair seats. Yeah, I think. But I don't know what they do for the airport. Oh, I think they just like transfer you onto a normal seat and then
Yeah.
just like strap you on. Yeah. Whoops. This is how little I know about airport travel. Dude, okay, so yesterday, right? Yesterday's my final day of exam. I'm done. I'm done with this year. Great.
Yeah.
But partying until 2 a.m. My voice is dead.
Yo, okay.
Okay, before we get
okay,
into
is that why you were all like weird yesterday?
what does that mean? Wait, what?
No,
You do it
like
every day.
you like messaged me on Discord. You were like not sounding like yourself.
Oh, I literally told you. I was like, hey, I'm literally like in a party dancing to Mr. Brightside. Like the guy, I don't have like I just didn't read it, answer anything. I was just like whatever. I'll just answer anything, and I just like sometimes answered with things that weren't even pertinent to what you were saying. I was like, what am I? Okay, I'm just gonna dance.
Yeah, you were
like,
you were just like I'm out, and I'm like okay.
like I meant like I'm out dancing.
Oh.
Sounds like my kind of night. Mr. Brightside
Yeah, it's-
blasted.
Well, oh, dude, honestly, okay, so I was the DJ. Like they were like DJ Maaz, and
There's a lot of
you
like
know, in a-
additive details. Like, oh yeah, I was out. Oh, I was out celebrating. Oh yeah, I was out celebrating at a party. No, I was just dancing, and I was the DJ.
I was a DJ, all right. But like, okay, because I do want to say because every party, I'm not sure if everyone's going to one party at least, but every party, everyone starts drinking. I mean, drinking grape juice, obviously, but everyone starts drinking, and it's like really cool. And then in the middle, it gets to like a question mark area, right? Like this party can either really go well, like really, really keep going, or like everyone's gonna burn out and one or two people are gonna get wasted and it's gonna be a crappy party, right? Like there's like a middle zone in which that's like
Were you that guy?
a realm of yeah.
He was that guy.
The thing is, I don't drink, so everyone's like
that's
smoking
right.
durries. Yeah, everyone's smoking durries and drinking, and I'm like, oh, okay. So I just grabbed the loudspeaker, like they had a portable speaker, and I just attached my Spotify and started playing my own music. And apparently it was like I had a good selection of bangers. So the people who were smoking and drinking outside, they just came back in, and we started dancing for like an hour straight. And it was just like banger after banger after banger. And then I was like, oh, I've got to end it on Mr. Brightside, like ramp it up. And then bust out the bright side, and it was perfect. It's like the best end of the night, just fantastic.
I was hoping that like Let It Go from Frozen would just pop up on the playlist. People were like,
No,
"What the heck is
that is
this?"
not a banger.
Everyone leaves.
That is not a.
Everyone just starts
Don't
headbanging
go
to.
dancing and Frozen's Let It Go on the daily.
All the cool kids are
Oh,
doing
dude,
it.
when
Maz.
I'm going clubbing, when Frozen comes on, that's when I
You
know.
know me. Get low, let it go.
Shut up. But the thing is, like, I underestimated as a guy who doesn't party often, The Power of Brightside. That song is like a white people's national anthem.
Of
I
course.
cannot believe.
You're white then.
Did you not know?
No, as in like it's a
Freaking
great
love that
song,
song.
and I know everybody loves it, and that's why I was like, oh, I will put it at the end. But it literally rejuvenated everyone. And it was like
No, like everyone was like screaming the lyrics at the end, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Do you
yeah.
guys do
that's-
line dancing where you're from?
No.
Oh, okay. So I was like, the white people anthems here are like Cadillac Ranch and like
Cadillac
some other
Ranch?
things where people just like go to some pretend country bar and they're like, hey, yeah.
Red Solo
I know
Cup.
the 5-move dance move.
The best dance move.
Oh yeah, but it's like the electric slide, like thing. I don't know, things like that.
Boogie,
Oh.
boogie,
It's
boogie.
electric.
Yeah, Laddie's down with that. She's super white with that kind of jam.
No.
Or like Cotton Eye Joe.
That's my
Cotton Eye
jam.
Joe.
where did you come from? Where did you go? Where did you
Or
go?
what's that like?
Joe.
Slide to the left. Slide.
Cupid
Slide
Shuffle?
to the right.
Yeah, that one.
Oh no.
I'm just imagining like a crew of like 40-year-old people on a cruise ship, and they're like, "Oh yeah, this is a banger." Is that what they say now?
The
Banger.
bangers.
What Maaz said it.
Anyway, what was I saying? But the thing is, yeah, bangers is what you call it, right? Like bangers and bops. You got bangers, and you got
Yeah.
bops, and you
Yeah.
got.
This is a real bop.
This is dude. This is
Yeah,
the
yeah.
bop, man. I want
Is that term taken? Like, is that derivative of Kids Bop? Well, obviously it must have existed for them to
No,
name
to
it
bop
that,
it.
but like, is its use from that?
But the thing is, kids
No.
bop is not a good thing. If something was like bop, like kids bop, that would be garbage. That's a bad thing, right?
Bop has
Yeah,
been
but-
a word before kids bop.
Yeah, but
Kids were
I
invented
know it was
first,
a word,
though.
but that's like the millennial thing. We take something that we're like everybody should hate, and we try to use it so ironically until it like fits in our vocab.
Fits
good.
Every word we
Yeah.
use,
So
we
it's
say
lit.
swag, we say
Dude.
whatever, all these different things,
I had to explain.
and we
that-
always hate them.
I had to explain to my friend what "let's get that bread" meant.
Just get it, get that bread.
Yes, girl, let's get that bread. And he's like, "Do you mean let's get some dough?" And I was like, "Bro, think about it." And he thought about it. He's like, "Oh, bread! Like bread is dough."
What ducks
I-
and Maaz have in common.
I really love, like, I'm all in. I used to be like ironically using words like yeet and YOLO, but now I'm all in. Like I use it
Dude,
What's
unironically.
the
I-
problem?
so I was dabbing ironically, but now it's like a tick. I just like dab, and I don't even realize I dab.
No.
Oh,
no.
It's the
You're
fall
like,
of
it's
man.
who I am now.
It's me.
I am the dab.
The thing is, I've explained yeet to my friend who doesn't really use technology that well, and she's just like, she's so like sweet, and she's like, "Oh, what is a yeet?" And I'm like, "Oh no." And so
Poor child.
at the party yesterday, when it ended, she was like, "Wow, that was a good yeet," and I was like, "No,
Oh no.
that was a good."
Oh no.
Guys, speaking
That's so
about
pure.
a good yeet. So yesterday, this is an entire tangent because yesterday morning before I started partying, it was the last day of the exams, I wake up and there's like three pieces of news that go back to back to back. First of all, is like Mr. Stan Lee, you know, Mr. Stan Lee.
Ah.
Aww.
He's a-
Beautiful
Rest
boy.
in peace,
Rip
Mr.
Stanley.
Lee.
Was
I
it-
love you.
Yeah, you know, I love you. Oh, Laddi.
Yeah, they were married, happily married for years.
Stan Laddi's actually the next Marvel character.
You said you'd never leave me, Stanley. You lied. Excelsior.
Excelsior. What?
Oh no.
The thing is, do any of you actually care about Marvel? Really?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
I'm all caught up on the MCU thanks to Rush.
Yeah. I like making her cry.
I like
in
Emily
Hondas.
stayed silent, like, lol.
I haven't watched all the movies. I haven't
Oh,
watched
dude.
a single Thor movie.
Do you want to cry?
Aw.
No, I don't.
Let's
Don't
cry.
watch
Let's
anything
go.
with
Dude,
Rush.
Emily cries with like at everything. Like you can like.
Oh,
If
dude.
No, it's not even like it sounds like I'm exaggerating whenever I'm like I cry over everything, but
Dude.
no,
It's healthy.
I'm serious.
It's okay.
All right.
It's good.
Next
It's like-
If I
VidCon.
like, yeah, sometimes I'll like cry while I'm driving just because I'm like thinking of
What?
something sad.
Aw.
She'll sometimes
it's-
watch like she could watch a movie with a guy sneezing and she'll start crying and she'll just start.
Oh my
He's
god,
so
he's
good.
sick.
That was a healthy sneeze.
But yeah, no, like when I heard Stanley, like personally, I don't really care. You know, like
Yeah.
I'm you know, as an Australian boy, I didn't really have the comics or anything. I just had the Marvel movies. and they're good movies, but I don't think that now he's dead. I don't think it's gonna like go down the crapper, you know.
Yeah.
But it's like Walt Disney. It's like losing Walt Disney, I guess.
Yeah.
But maybe not in the same scale for everybody, but it's one of those types of losses where it's like, oh no, he's like the figurehead and like...
Yeah. It's like Jim Henson from the Muppets.
He like created this legacy.
Yeah.
We talk about it, but none of us were alive for either of those.
Yeah.
Classic Jim Henson.
It's so beautiful.
Oh, I
My
did.
boy.
What was that movie he made? The Crystal...
Wait, the
James
Crystal
made a video
Ball?
on it.
Oh, the Dark
The
Crystal.
James.
Oh, that movie. God, that... He made me watch that movie, and I did not like that
Would
movie.
you get paid to do that?
Like, well, I was supposed to like draw characters and stuff, and he's like, you should watch it and like understand the plot and stuff. And so I was like, okay, sure. And there's one scene where they just like take one of those little cute little boy things and just suck the life out of it, and that's like the plot, and they're all puppets, and it's just this creepy-esque theme to everything. I don't know.
But the thing is,
does
I
that
like
turn you
that.
on?
Isn't that like a good thing? Like when there's like a creepy aesthetic to it.
Yeah, it's nice that it's like, I know, something new to look at, and it's in his style and stuff, but like, I think I have like a minor fear of puppets. I don't know. What are you guys' fears, actually?
Mr. Mime.
Mr. Mime.
Yes. Yep.
Wait, what do you mean? What do you fear? Like seriously, or?
Yeah.
Like, what
are you
kind
scared
of, like,
of?
well, they can, what's your
Dying.
like least reasonable fear? Like, I really can't be near horses without being really uncomfortable.
I
don't
when
really
you
know
told
why.
me that, I was like, whoa, horses?
Charlie
Yeah.
horses?
Oh my god.
Leave
Well,
my knee
new fear.
alone.
Don't you even
New
dare.
fear.
Rush told me about. Okay, Rush literally said like, I think it was Emily. He's like, "Don't you hate it when you wake up in the morning and get a Charlie horse?" And I'm like, "What do you mean? What do you mean a Charlie horse?" And it's like, "Yeah, it's a horse named Charlie." I'm like, "No," and apparently it's a muscle spasm. It's
Well, it's like it's when it tightens up. There's another term for it that's
a
like
cramp.
like, yeah, it's a cramp. That's what it is. That's
So
all.
you're
it is.
afraid of
It's a big
cramps.
cramp.
But it's like a
But-
specific cramp to where it's like it's so bad. It's a Charlie horse. That's
Yeah,
why
like,
it
they can
has a
hurt worse
name
than-
for it.
I'm literally rocking
can
in my
hurt worse
seat in
than
like
bone breaks.
confusion. Like, what are you? What are you talking about?
Don't understand.
It's usually when you're like dehydrated or need some potassium and stuff, and then your body's just like, please give me those,
Oh
and you
my
do something
gosh.
wrong and it really hurts.
If okay,
I think.
go on, Emily.
Oh no, you go.
I was just gonna say, if I'm in a clinic and an Australian person walks in and says, "Hey, I got a Charlie horse," I'm gonna ride a horse into the sunset and die. Like that's my.
I got a Charlie horse. Well, yeah, me too. Because why would you go to the
Yeah,
doctor?
like, what are you doing here? You're wasting my time. Somebody's outside with a heart attack. He's just like, "Yeah, I got a Charlie horse."
I'm dying. Hold on, I got a Charlie horse emergency.
He's massaging his
Wait.
calves.
No, they're not calves. They're horses, Maaz. Get it
Oh
right.
my god, yeah.
It's,
So he walks in with a horse.
Stupid.
But like,
So
legit,
Ow,
I'm
ow,
most.
ow, ow, fuck.
Are you okay?
he got a Charlie horse. Watch out! Oh God!
Just my knee.
You need? Did you break
We
your knee? What
good.
happened?
I just was like reshuffling my other foot, and it
It hurt.
just hurts to move it.
Yeah. Big oof
get-
there. But like
Yeah.
most unreasonable fear from me. Unreasonable, right? So like puppets and clowns. Puppets and clowns really didn't do anything. Heights didn't do anything for me. I don't know. I guess I'm not scared of too much. Unreasonable.
my fear, my unreasonable fear was justified real recently. My whole my whole bird poop thing. I'm afraid of bird poop because I don't want them to poop on me. It got
Yeah.
justified, even though it's never happened to me. My friend Tal, she was just sitting there. No, she was like walking or something, and a bird pooped on her phone while she was using it. And like she was like, if I had walked any faster, that would have been on my hair. And I'm like, oh my god. So fear reinstilled. I'm afraid of bird poop.
See, but they say like exposure to your fears. I was watching a video literally yesterday, and they're like, yeah, if you're scared of something, like if you're an astronaut, they make you do things like 100,000 times until you're just like you have zero like drawbacks.
Yeah.
Like you won't hesitate. Blah blah blah.
Exposure therapy.
Like, yeah, and their theory was they're like, yeah, example, Canada and spiders. If you're scared of spiders and live in Canada, like we have one venomous spider, period.
Yeah.
'Cause it's just too cold for anything else, and it's like a black widow and very minor. And he's like, yeah, just walk into webs. I'm like, what if you live in Australia and are scared of spiders? He's like, I guess that's probably reasonable.
Yeah. Well, interesting. Like I did an Instagram story of it because like, what was I gonna say? So basically, I walked into my room and there was like 4 spiders on the ceiling, and because I've lived with spiders and everything so often, I was like, okay, and I just fell asleep like as you do. I didn't even like burn the house down. It was literally like nothing.
Yeah.
Speaking like you were talking about exposure therapy, actually reminded me of something because I read that one of the things you can do for like if you've got like PTSD, like if you're like really traumatic event of like an avalanche or something, is that you do something called a flood therapy, in which instead of gradually exposing, slowly but surely, you literally flood them by the thing that caused it, and let them like deal with the circumstances, right? So if
That's
all right. Apparently it's effective, but like in practice, it seems insane to me, right? Like if you're scared of heights, you go to the top of the mountain and you open their eyes and they're like, oh, like they have a complete meltdown. I don't know.
Can't they go into like shock if they're scared enough?
I haven't heard of that. Like
It doesn't go
emotional
well.
shock, yeah, but I don't think like their blood would stop working or something. I don't know. Maybe.
I mean, I assume if they're like old, they could have like have a
Look,
heart
old
attack.
people just yeah. Old people can have everything go wrong.
But
They're very
we can test
frail.
it. We can either get a horse and or bird poop to torture Laddi and GingerPale.
See, I go up to horses sometimes though, and I'm like, well, they'll be the ones that you see at like fairs or festivals and stuff. The ones that are just walking around giving wagon rides, and I'm like, okay,
Oh, because they're under
I can
control.
do this. If they have a bell, that really helps actually.
If they
then I
have
know
a
where
bell,
they
I
are.
know they're nice.
But if I can't hear them besides like clopping, I need to like really like keep an eye out. I don't even know what it was because when I was little, like my uncle had a farm and stuff, and like somebody had horses out somewhere in the country, and I was like, okay, I could deal with this. And then all of a sudden, it just like hadn't seen them in years, and something switched, and I don't know if I blocked out a memory of being bit by one or something, but like
Bit by a horse.
I don't, exactly. I don't know.
Man.
You're becoming a werehorse.
But one time I was dating this girl in like, I don't know, a long time ago, and her grandpa had her grandpa had a farm or something, and we went and visited, and they tell me like, oh, take this bucket, go out in the field, you can go feed like the sheep. Or I was like, man, there's sheep here? That's so weird. And then like I go out into the middle of the field, and they gave me a obvious like full of pellets, and I'm like, okay, well, like they have goats, they eat these, whatever. And I shake it a bit, and all of a sudden like from the bushes like emerge like 15 horses.
Oh no!
My God.
And they knew it was my fear, so I literally got exposed to that. Did not help.
Did not help. Okay.
I just
How
like
did you
froze
react?
and could not really deal with it, and then they like slowly walked away because I think at the end it wasn't like, oh, it's happy, you can pet them. One of them turned around and they said, get out of there.
Oh no.
No.
And I was like, what? I just was giving them food. Why does he want to kick me? So they're bad people. Horses are bad
What is
people.
the
I thought meant the people. I thought your girlfriend's family's bad people.
That too.
There was actually like an intervention. It's like they wanted you there to expose you to 15 horses back to back.
Yeah, I don't know if it was supposed to be an intervention. I think they had personal entertainment on the line there.
Dude, I don't know. Like, I've been trying to think of like my irrational fear for like the entire time. I don't know. I guess I just don't have one. I guess I'm still scared of.
You're just like, I'm not afraid of anything that I
I'm
don't need to be
fearless.
afraid of.
I don't know. Like, I eat bugs. I don't know. Like,
Well, do you have was there ever like a scary movie when you watched when you were little that freaked you out even a little bit?
freaked you out. Spider-Man freaked me out when I watched this first time.
Wow.
I didn't like the fact that spoilers for Spider-Man, I guess, number one, like the original Sam Raimi one, but I didn't like the fact that the Green Goblin's like Green Goblin, who was like his friend's dad, I don't like the fact that he died. I was like, no, his daddy died, and I like started crying. And I was like,
Aww.
that's what I got afraid of, but I didn't I wasn't afraid. I actually actively watch horror movies in my free time. I love horror movies. It's like,
They're so bad. The plots are never
the
good.
plots are never good, and so when I do find a good one, it's like, wow, that was great. Like Get Out, the recent one that came out like 2 years ago or 1 year ago.
That's a good one.
That's a
good one.
fantastic one. That was really
From comedy
really good.
writers too.
Yeah, it's the Jordan Peele. Like, oh no, Jordan Peele. Is that correct?
I think that's
Key
right.
and Peele.
That's it.
No,
Key and
as in,
Peele.
like the guy Jordan Peele, like the part of Key and Peele.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. He wrote the entire thing, and it's so damn good. Like, it subverted my expectations halfway through. Like, when the plot twist happened, I was like, oh, wow, that's
I gotta watch that.
great. Yeah.
I gotta check that one out.
Yeah, Get Out.
I think
Good stuff.
Chucky always freaked me out, and then I did the same thing. I said, I'm gonna sit down and watch all of the Chucky movies by myself.
Oh
and
no!
I was laughing at how cheesy they were and stuff, but like anything gets stabbed, anything pops out and jump scares me, like I am jumpy. I'm not good at those. I'm not good at those games.
Wait.
Blah blah blah.
Yeah.
What?
You know what my one memory of Chucky was?
What's up?
What's up?
I remember I was watching TV. I think I had to have been like 8 or something. I was really young. And it was late at night and my parents weren't home. So, of course, like it's around the time where they'll play like little horror movie specials. And Chucky was playing and I didn't realize what it was. I was just like, oh, a doll movie. Cool. I'm down for this.
Oh yeah.
And then I remember I remember exactly which parts. The only part of Chucky I'd ever seen. It was the part where like this woman was like hiding this kid behind like a closet, and Chucky's like stabbing through the door, and he's yelling, "Give me the child, and I'll let you live."
Oh.
Yeah.
And he's like stabbing through the door, and I like freaked me out so bad. I like immediately switched to the channel to like this Soul Train channel, and I'm like sobbing hysterically as this like woman is singing on the stage, like lulling me to peace.
Similar thing. It was like, sorry, were you?
No. Yeah, that was everything. That was my one.
I was gonna say there was a scene where he was like stabbing through the back of a car, and I walked in on my parents watching that, and I was like, "Oh my god, this is the worst!" And then like I didn't want to sit in car seats. And I was like, "This is just the worst." And then like after I did my marathon of all the Chucky movies, I had never had this. I think like I'm self-diagnosing. I got sleep paralysis, where like my eyes opened and I couldn't move. And he walks in and he's just leaving all these floating knives above me, and then like it's like half an hour of like just him building this up and like talking to me, making cheesy stupid jokes, and then he just like snaps. They all drop on me. I wake up and I just like scream, and I'm like, okay. And it's I'd only been asleep for like 2 hours the whole night and something like that. It was weird.
That's insane.
Yeah. That sounds like the new plot for Toy Story 4. Just a doll. They finally come to life and murder their people.
Lol.
I know. I only saw that little trailer of them all holding hands, and then there's like the little fork guy.
Yeah.
I'm not a toy.
Why am I here?
Lol.
Some kid put googly eyes on him and made him sentient.
That is, as soon as you personify an object, is it a toy? I guess.
Now it is.
It's
Now he
crazy
has
'cause,
life.
Like I haven't seen Chucky, if I'm gonna be honest. Right now you've made me curious to watch Chucky. I really want to watch Chucky now.
Not good.
Want to give you the plot synopsis or no?
Well, the synopsis is that a puppet comes to life and stabs people. That's what it is.
No, that's not really it.
Or it's like a
guy-
kid possesses the a dead kid possesses the puppet and stabs people.
No.
It's
All
a
right.
full-size man.
Yeah, it's a
Full-size
gangster.
big boy man.
Yeah, he's a mobster, and he's like he
Yeah.
went to a witchcrafter, and they're like, "How do you make me live forever?" And he's like, "Whatever," and he put him in a doll. And it's like, well, now I'm a doll. It's like if you have to kill a kid or whatever to get your life back. It's like, oh, okay.
First kid you expose yourself to or something, and that's almost word for word what they say.
Okay, I'm not gonna lie. That actually sounds
Reveal. That's the word.
low key pretty cool. Like I like that.
First kid you expose yourself to.
Yeah.
Lol.
And he's like has like a thick accent. It's pretty cool. It's like, come here, and I'm like, hey.
Yeah, I think the best one to watch that you don't really need to watch the other ones for, and like horror movies don't have plots anyway, is there's one like, the Cult of Chucky, because that's like they're in like a mental asylum, and I don't really want to give away too much, but like just for an example of one scene, they're just like they're in a mental asylum, so like sometimes they give them over the top like stereotypical conditions and stuff, and one lady he like freezes her. They have to like give her a shot because she's freaking out so much, so she's completely numb, but she can see and breathe. And, Chucky comes in, and then it just kind of goes from there.
Oh my gosh.
And it's always, like, ridiculous ways and very gory, like the Saw movies.
I like that. I like
those.
the Saw movies as well. I like sometimes how campy they get. I really do. Like some of number 1 was good. I thought it was a good movie, and then I watched like number 7 with my friends, and it was just like ridiculous things. Like I don't understand. It's the same with Final Destination. Like initially it was like, wow, this is good premise, and then like a few movies later, like somebody's getting their butt scooped by a high pressure. It was like, what's happening right now? What am I watching?
The butt scooper.
Also, Emily just did a comment on like your Chucky thing. You watched Chucky and then switched to a Soul channel, right?
Yeah, Soul Train. I remember.
Right, but now the thing is, I think that's like a negative reinforcement, like negative association. Like if you listen to Soul Train, you'll remember Chucky stabbing.
No, because it was like a soothing. It helped calm me down.
No, I get that, but the thing is now they're linked, right? Like I can imagine you listening to soul music and you're like, oh yeah, this is what I listened to when Chucky murdered people, you know, like. You messed up, bro. You messed up. You hear Adele singing and you're like, Chucky, where is he? Where is he? Oh man. Ooh. Speaking of Toy Story, Rush, like why are you excited? You were like literally jumping in your seat to tell me about Toy Story.
No, I'm not excited about Toy Story. I'm excited about Pokemon.
But who cares about Pokemon?
I love Pokemon.
I am not excited for that movie.
That looks
all the jokes in the trailer.
Thank you.
Okay.
People are like mad at me because I was like, the designs look absolutely hideous and I hate them.
It
People
looks-
were like, they're cute. What are you talking about? They look disgusting.
Dude, Emily,
All right?
Yeah.
I am completely in. I agree with you. I tweeted out literally, if this is set in the real world, give me a gun because I want to shoot them all down because they look so goddamn terrifying.
And okay, apparently, do you remember seeing that art of like the super creepy realistic Pokemon?
Yeah, that guy
They
helped, yeah.
hired that guy.
Why?
Why?
For
Oh, they
concept
hired
art.
that guy?
It's
They
awesome,
did.
right?
I remember. I thought they like
Terrible
felt like
choice.
really familiar. Like I was like, oh, these look too real. The Jigglypuff
Yeah.
scared the heck out of me. I was like, oh my god.
Jigglypuff looks normal.
No, he
No,
does
all their
not.
fur is so matted. It's freaky. It's like
Why
too
are
real.
It's like, okay, the Pikachu, I get it. It's like a furry mouse. I get it. Why is a Jigglypuff so just gross?
No, Mr. Mime
like
is sexy.
Scoopy
Jigglypuff
hair.
is like one of the cutest ones. Why'd they make them look all gross?
Have you guys seen Greninja? Hang on.
Okay, Greninja
His
low-key
tongue,
that
looks
one's better.
cool, but like there is a screenshot of like Greninja like zoomed in, which makes my freaking life.
Like, honestly, I think the thing that bugged me the most, though, in the trailer was actually, like, the writing or how they portrayed Pikachu. It's just Ted. They made him, like, the same as, like,
Oh.
Seth MacFarlane's,
Yeah,
like,
you're right.
the same, like,
It's like the
accent they're
same
going for.
snarky, like
Yeah.
adult man in a cute body.
And they're like,
type
yeah, I
of-
can help you out, but, like, I'm little and fluffy and no one understands me. And then, he's a teddy bear.
Uh-huh.
And it's like, and then the other one is the other guys because, like, they're a police show and it's between, like, Will Ferrell and, what's it?
I seen that tweet.
Oh, I forgot that. Yeah, but like it's actually like the other guys and Ted. Just rewatch it and watch the trailers of the other guys and Ted, and you'll be like, okay, yeah, it's just that. But Nintendo made it.
Yeah.
And they made freaky Pokemon.
Yeah, but GingerPale, listen. I'm actually excited for this movie, right? I was like, yeah, the concepts are okay. Mr. Mime's creepy, and then I found out who the writer was. Are you familiar with a movie series called Guardians of the Galaxy?
Yeah, I did see. I saw the writer.
Oh,
Yeah.
But that's the
really?
thing. If you think of
Yeah.
the raccoon
Yeah.
is also Ted, just the way they
Oh
sound.
yeah, you're right.
But now the raccoon's Pikachu.
Yeah.
Lol. You actually.
I can't wait.
You're actually right.
I kind of wish Pikachu was voiced by Danny DeVito. Like, I feel like it would have fit.
Why?
Or they had him with Danny DeVito.
What, Pikachu, what is
Danny
Jigglypuff,
DeVito and
Danny DeVito?
Pikachu.
Yeah, solving crime. But yeah, no. The other thing that was like weird. Oh, what was I gonna say? Okay, no, I'm lost.
Sorry.
Pokemon.
Pokemon, that's what it was. I remember when the first movies came out and they were like Pokemon 2000, Pokemon the first movie, and I was like so pumped.
Yeah.
Like, I was like 6, 7, whatever, how old you are when those came out, but like it was so much like more exciting, and even now I still get excited when they release those new ones, and I don't know the legendary Pokemon in them, but I'm still pumped. This I'm like, what did you do? Jigglypuff, I didn't even know she was furry. She, he, whatever they are at this point.
aren't you excited to see a new perspective in Pokemon? Like, they're all trainers usually, but this one's from a normal human that tried to be a trainer but failed, and now he's like, I'm a normal human in this world where Pokemon are used for things.
It's kind of cool, but when they brought out, you said in a new perspective, when they brought out Pokemon X and Y, when you could run off of like the 4 axes, like up, down, left, right, I was already like, no, too much, not Pokemon.
I hated the 3D Pokemon games. They're too
Like-
ugly.
Now I got a whole damn world. Oh no.
No, it's look, story-wise, I think that's really interesting. Like, what happens? Like, what do you do when you're not a trainer? Because there's an entire world of Pokemon. Like, surely not everybody's being like, I want to catch a ball. Like, no, nobody's like that much of a loser. So, it is an interesting concept, but then you don't have to mix the concept with ugly Pokemon.
Yeah.
My only complaint is I don't like the designs.
Have you guys when you were a kid played with Play-Doh? Because that's what it feels like. It's like these really gross
Yeah.
Play-Doh things. And Mr. Mime.
Well, they've made Play-Doh Pokemon before on the Pokemon cards. Like, they have some that look like they're made from Play-Doh, and they look way better. Why didn't you use those?
I remember someone pointed out, like the Pokemon Go trailers?
Yeah.
How they had like the cute
CG
Pokemon set in like a real world setting, and it looked good.
Yeah.
Why didn't they just
I
stick
kind
with
of-
that?
Yeah, I kind of wish they took that approach instead, unless they're trying to go for like a grittier, like darker type of movie. But then again, I feel like that doesn't feel like it suits Pokemon either. So
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know how to feel about it.
You don't want them to go by the source material too much.
I just realized that in the Pokemon games, you are only a Pokemon trainer, and like one of the only other sources of income is gambling.
Yeah,
There's a casino.
Yeah.
And murder
you're
and making
being
your Pokemon fight each other.
Yeah, so fight Pokemon, you fight animals, or gamble.
You literally
Yeah,
like
PETA.
when you beat a trader, they pay you. Like what is that? Like
Yeah. Have they ever had a game where it was like they have some puzzle Pokemon or pinball Pokemon, but those aren't jobs. That's like entertainment. Have they had one where it's like run a shop like Nintendogs but Pokemon?
yeah.
Yeah. Do it.
Hey, you Pikachu. Never mind. But that's just taking care of them,
Let's take a look at a Pikachu.
and it doesn't listen.
The thing is, what I want for the Pokemon, because as soon as Generation 5 came out, I was out, right? I reckon Hoenn and Sinnoh are the best regions, hands down, without a doubt, right? They're the best.
They are pretty good.
They're the peak of Pokemon. Everything else is downhill. But the only game I picked up after was Pokemon Go. That is the best. Like, I had such a good time playing Pokemon Go. Like,
Yeah, people are still playing. It still makes millions of dollars each month.
yeah, well,
I just wish they were quicker with all the updates that everyone wanted. Like,
It's not even
literally took them
updates. Like, the
took them
first
2
day it
years
came
to
out,
finally add friend requests and stuff.
but Laddi, like, the first day it came out, right? It was a beautifully working app. I literally downloaded it. I opened it, and it was like, there might be a Bulbasaur nearby. I literally ran outside my house in my like flippy floppies, and then in my PJs, and started like, oh no, with PJ, no, in my pajamas, and I started running down the street to catch a Bulbasaur, and it worked beautifully. The tracker system, everything. But then it kept breaking, like literally like days after. It just didn't work, and I was like.
Yeah.
Look, let me be a loser who hunts Pokemon in the real world. Just let me do it, man. Damn.
Dude, Maaz, I bought a Pokemon hat, Ash Ketchum hat, and I was rollerblading around town.
Shut the
And
hell up.
Yeah, me and my brother were rollerblading around town, and then the one day I went with my friends. It didn't work all day, so I just looked like an idiot with the Pokemon hat just rollerblading.
Literally, I walked like around my whole town collecting Pokemon.
Okay,
The world had never felt more at peace than like the first
And
week.
then like you
I
would
agree.
meet so many people who
Yeah.
are also
Yeah.
collecting Pokemon.
You-
and
you'd
it
be
was,
like, "Hey,
the
dude."
best.
There's a video I need to find, but at like the park that I kind of live nearby, Balboa Park, there's a video where it's just like you see a bunch of people out trying to catch Pokemon, and this police car just like slowly drives through while blasting the Pokemon theme song.
that's hilarious, dude.
Oh my god.
That's a cool policeman.
That's
right
a
there.
really cool police guy. But also I love the fact that certain areas have like I like the Pokemon areas. Like there used to be one street in my city, in my town, in which there used to be like 5 Pokestops, literally like 10 meters from each other, which is like 10 meters, like 8 foot, whatever. So it's like we used to walk down and just catch Pokemon and go to Pokestops. It is the best thing ever. The best time.
It was.
I want that, man.
Well, you can still have it, still go, but it's not as popular anymore.
But it's just like the best moments of it was literally driving with your mates and like going, or like we're like, there's a Blastoise, and we're skirting down the road trying to find the dang Blastoise. Right.
I feel like they needed, yeah, like you said, more updates quicker, because once you got a lot of Pokemon, like, first of all, there was only certain Pokemon you could even get. Like, I couldn't get certain Pokemon in my region. Like, there's some they only had in Asia, some only in Australia, some in US, Canada, whatever, Europe. But that was, like, one thing, because I was like, I can't catch them all unless I travel the world. Okay, like, I get it. Good push, but I'm not flying over to Europe for this. And then the other one was like... Yeah, but like at least make it so I could trade with people, and then they finally, I think they brought that in. Yeah. But like, it took so long. Like I feel like they lost so much of the initial push, and now they still have millions of players, but they had like lots of millions of players before.
Yeah, they kept up with it. It would have been way more like excited for the new updates.
Apparently, they made an equivalent like. So many people were paying and playing for Pokemon Go during the initial run that they matched the amount of money that Candy Crush had made in its entire lifetime. That's
oh my god,
that's how much money was being poured, and it's still going. You know, it's like, what the heck? Nintendo is dominating this entire generation of consoles and games.
Like mobile devices too.
Don't even like everyone's like, I have never played Smash Bros, but everybody is so hyped for Smash Bros. Okay.
Sound like you played that VidCon, didn't you?
No.
Yeah. You did it?
We had like 50 controllers.
Yeah, but I didn't. I don't know how to play, so I just didn't play.
Oh, well, I didn't know how to play that much.
Just so play Kirby and keep floating in the air.
Or Jigglypuff.
I also just like okay, so there was a trailer in which like spoilers for a trailer, but like where everybody got like evaporated except for Kirby. I didn't understand what the story was. I was like, I don't know the story of this. You know, I don't get it.
It's just a big battle of villains and good guys.
But everybody dies. It's like Thanos, except literally 99%.
Yeah. The creator that did Smash Bros. Also created Kirby, so he made his character survive.
Lol. Also, it's like weird
flex, but okay.
Weird flex, but okay. That's my favorite phrase now. I love that phrase.
Weird flex. Dude. Yeah, that one wasn't even like an ironic thing. That one I liked right.
I just love so much, right? It's like a weird story, but like after one exam, it was a really, really, really difficult exam. All of the med kids were like sad boys about it, and we were memeing about it. And somebody made a post going like, you guys have poor coping mechanisms. You guys, or most of the questions could have been reasoned through. You guys just want to circle jerk and complain, And then the number one comment after that was weird flex, but okay. Like that is like the greatest comeback. And I was like, God, that's perfect. There's nothing you can add to that. That's just 4 words. Weird flex, but okay, and that's it. That's all you need. 10 out of 10.
Comedy.
I don't know, like ironic humor like that just makes my goddamn day. I don't even ironic, like, abrupt humor just makes my day as well. Oh my god, I was watching Domix's new video with
it's 2 videos ago.
Whatever. I was watching one of his new videos with Rush and PJ, and I just wanted to show them this video. And then we were like, snickering and having a good time. And then it gets to a point where it's like, and I just started like crying.
Oh yeah.
I'm like crying, right? Like, and like the part's over. It's like 1 second, but I'm still like laughing and tears running down my face. And I'm just like, that's the peak of comedy. That is like the funniest moment.
And
I had to like go back and replay that like
same
times over.
And then I found the original clip from this convention like trailer.
Sakurai
the guy
Con?
is like, yeah, and he's like, look at that. And like, here's the original Maaz. He's like, oh my god.
I love anime and manga
and sushi and Garugamesh. Like it's not even like I don't care about Garugamesh. It's the way he sounds like he's vomiting it out. He's like Garugamesh. I'm like, wow, how do you even do that? How do you do that, man?
He's so funny.
It's just Domix.
Yeah.
Oh, you met the guy. You're like besties. You're besties.
They're married.
He's the nice dude.
They're
He
both
actually wanted to
Canadian
start doing
boys.
backgrounds, and I was making my last video about colors and stuff, and then I put up a couple cameos when I said these people, like some people in the community, just like to float around white space, and like I put him in it, and I messaged him about it when I was telling him, and this is after like, you know, like a second later, he's typing at the same time just by coincidence, and he's like, "Hey man, would you still be interested in maybe trying doing some backgrounds?" I'm like, "Oh my god,
no.
I'm making fun of him." And
It's like
funny that you asked.
It's like a weird flex. It's just like, hey, listen, you want to work for me? Because you roasted me, so you gotta like.
yeah, weird flex, but okay.
Back it up.
The thing is, like, it's Emily, you're like, oh, Canadians, but like, I'm pretty sure there was a convention at Com Bravo. Is that if I recall correctly?
Yeah, I went to that.
Yeah,
one. It was it's like a smaller comic mostly convention. Like they had some gaming YouTubers there and stuff, and then like
Wait, is that the con you went to after VidCon?
yeah, Hamilton, yeah.
Like we use Zelinki, Domix, Didus. Is that correct, or was it my?
Circle Tunes, me, Zelinki, and Relax was there. There was
Didus lives in the U.S.
I'm horrible at remembering
what?
and listing off names.
Yeah, Didus lives in America.
No.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, he does. He lives in Maine.
This is
He's
America.
a U.S. of
Oh,
America.
Maine is like the northern state, isn't it? Like the really, really north one.
Yeah.
It's almost Canada.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Okay, I was gonna say, why is he wearing a Canadian hat? What is that? What is okay?
I think Michigan's like the one people say. Isn't that the one that people say is like pretty much Canada?
I
Yeah.
think it's Minnesota.
I was
Or
talking
Minnesota.
to
Yeah, maybe that's the one.
I was talking to a
Minnesota.
guy, like, I wrote, okay, so a friendly takeaway place was selling poutine, and I was like, I love poutine, I'm gonna grab some. And I made an Instagram story post. I was like, who needs Canada when you've got this? And it's just the poutine in Australia. And somebody messaged me, and they're like, no shade if you're listening, but it's just like, somebody was like, that's a Quebecian thing, not a Canadian thing. And I was like, isn't Quebec in Canada?
Oh.
And he's like, well, yeah, but Quebec is better than Canada. And I'm like, oh,
Man,
okay.
I am not fond of how Quebec is represented themselves in some ways like that. But I'm trying to be very polite about how to say this. But no,
I'm a
it's like
Canadian, man.
they're very like, I don't know. They seem like they're like, yeah, we want to be our own thing. We're not really Canada. We're like pure Canada. My phone is going off. I'll be right back.
Okay, that's a good. All right.
Mid-sentence.
Is that what he told his friend too?
Yeah, it's weird.
It's like my
Yeah.
home office sounding phone. I think it's done now. But yeah, I don't even know why we have a landline because nobody answers it. But anyway, back to the thing. In Quebec, like, yeah, they're always just like it's. I don't know what it is, but it's the only like main French part of Canada. The rest you'll like find like bilingual communities or find like a small French farming community or blah 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 or like parts of a city.
Uh-huh.
But they're just like mostly the whole thing, and most of them speak English. But they're very like what they give off is like nose in the air, like we're the best, and it's like why? Why you gotta be like that? You're in Canada. Canada's a cool place, and they're like no.
Get it? It's
No, we are not Canadians.
a cool place. Like,
Yeah.
it's a cold place, and it's like...
Shut up.
Okay.
And I'm
wow.
sure they're not all like that.
I see. just how aggressive. Shut up. Like just.
Shut up.
Do you go to a comedy show and they say that out loud?
Can you imagine? Yeah, like they're standing up, made a joke, and somebody like literally slams on the stage. Shut up! Like just like super aggressive.
Like, oh, okay. Let's get them. I'm out of here then.
It's not even
will
like
all be
heckling. It's
refunded. I
literally
amended the
like,
show.
somebody's just taking offense at what you said, like just yelling at you. Oh my gosh. I really want to do a stand-up comedy. Like that's like a genuine goal of mine. Like one day, if I have time, I want to do stand-up comedy.
Oh yeah.
You should invite me. I'll bring my tomatoes.
You're gonna roast me, bro. If you heckle me, I'll roast you back, bro. Gosh dang.
Oh yeah.
Look at this ugly crying bitch, dude.
You just whip out her baby photo like out of your pocket. Like I brought this with me
Listen,
today.
no, your dad thought you were ugly, bro. Like
And he's in the audience in the back. It's like I still do.
Oh my
Your
god.
dad roast you in the back.
Awful.
Dude, how was Korea? Did you go to the Korea trip?
Yeah, it was good. Yeah, those
You
a lot.
saw the freaking Sang Bak To.
Sound like that?
What the heck is that?
Amalok, the animator.
Who made There She Is, like the series with the bunny and the
He
cat?
was so.
Oh, yeah.
sweet.
Yeah, I showed you Rush
like
and Laddie. I
died.
both showed you both that.
Yeah, it's very cute.
Yeah.
Wait, what is?
It's like the series
Oh
with the
yeah.
bunny and the cat, and it's like a show. And
love
so
that.
I that was my childhood, and Emily found the animator, and the animator remembered you, Emily.
Aw.
It like took him a bit,
Yeah.
and I was really nervous because I didn't. Oh.
It's just sweating. You're just sweating there, like.
I really was. I was like.
Senpai?
No, and then what made it worse was that like once he like remembered who I was, and he got embarrassed, but I'm already embarrassed, so we're both like
just terrible.
so awkward.
Oh my gosh.
What, do you ask him any good questions? Like, what happened to them? Are they happy ever after?
No, he's working on the last step.
Ooh.
Wait, what? Wait.
Ooh.
Wait, what's that?
He's working on another another like animation from that same like universe.
Yeah.
Except I think this one's focused on like the bunny brothers.
Oh, that's so cute. I like that.
Yeah. So he was just talking about how like busy he was working on that and all that.
Wait, could he speak English or did he have to speak Korean?
Korean.
Korean
Can you
English.
speak Korean? Can you
What?
speak Korean?
I can hold a basic conversation, I think, but I definitely needed my mom's help with translating. So, I'll do better next time.
Better next time, like with Korean. I'll
Yeah.
improve my.
Because I know that
language. Lol.
I know for sure the next time I visit, I want to,
What do you mean? You know, you
Be
can't.
able-
What does that mean? I don't know.
No. Like, I want to be able to like go around and like be confident in my Korean, so
Before
I
you
don't
end
have to
up
resort to
accidentally-
English.
How am I
I
meant
thought-
to get that with the context you gave me?
You know.
I'm gonna go to South Korea and how is that meant?
Fine.
How does that
I'll be the
make
Logan
sense
Paul of
at
Korean.
all?
Did you eat any weird food while you were there?
I
'Cause-
ate sannakji, which is like a live octopus.
Oh.
Oh, I've seen that. And they
No.
pour soy sauce on it, and then it
Yeah,
Does
they like cut
does
it
its
up in
little
pieces,
dance?
and it's like moving
Oh, I wanna eat
around.
that.
And
No.
just dabs for you.
it doesn't feel all that good. It's like I don't know. It like sticks to your tongue and like the inside of your mouth.
Yeah, I get scared of octopus, even like the cooked, like not alive looking.
Wait, why are you scared of that?
But because I'm like
moving.
scared it'll get caught. Like I still eat it all the time, but like I'm scared about the suction cups and what they used to be able to do, and how like maybe if something happens to happen in my throat and they get stuck to the side, I just got that. It's stuck there forever.
I mean,
We
I
can
think when
remove
they're
it, but-
dead, then it doesn't stick
No,
at
the
all.
chemicals
Oh,
don't
yeah.
last. And also, like
But then it freaks me out.
the
when
cooked
they're moving.
octopus is delicious. Like takoyaki and stuff. It's
So
the
good.
best. I love that stuff.
Yeah, I'm talking about like the raw, like sushi, like
Oh, the raw
ones you
octopus.
get.
Yeah, I do like that as well.
Mm.
like sashimi.
Yeah.
I don't want to eat anything that's moving. That's gross.
But I love sushi. That's the best food.
What about like Rush? There's some Japanese restaurants in which the fish are like swimming around, and then
No.
You can pick the
I don't
fish.
care if it's Japanese or American.
no. As in, like you can pick the fish to like that's the one I want sushi made of, and they kill it in front of you and then make sushi and then give it to you.
Yeah, I don't want that.
No.
I want
If they were alive 5 seconds ago.
Oh
I
my
want that.
god.
Only thing I'll
But
eat that was a
that's
live
That's
the
the
stuff.
one
hunter.
that
lobster.
will kill.
No, but the thing is,
It's like you have to name it before we kill
I
it.
think yeah, I know. I want to kill Fred. I want to kill. I want to kill Bong Chu. What the fuck? Bong Chu.
That's a good
Bong
name.
Chu.
That's a good name.
But it's like I reckon
Just
like
pick the happiest one and name it for me, please.
Bong Chu. If you have a baby, I want to name it. I want to name it Devin. So like when you go to a Japanese restaurant, I reckon like the fish that's swimming there is actually better kept than most fish in sushi places, right? Because you can see that it's there and you can see that it's well fed because they the Japanese people take good care of it because it's a high quality place, and so they're living a better life than it would have been normally, right?
Yeah. But
And-
I don't want to see it die.
But what about the good food?
I can eat the frozen fish in the back. It's okay.
I don't. I just want to eat the best food that I can, man. Like it's crazy because like I consider like I don't think I'm like I care about the environment, right? Like I do. Like I care about planet Earth and I want to save it. But somebody asked me like, Maaz, do you think a human life and a life of like an animal like a mammal is equal? And I said I don't. I really don't think that, right?
Yeah, cows are more delicious.
No, well,
Oh no,
it,
we don't know that.
we don't know that. Have you
Yeah,
tried
I do.
human? Have you tried human?
Yeah, obviously.
But I don't know. It's
You
like,
haven't?
Like I think everybody, if you were given a choice between killing a dog and killing a human, you'd kill a dog, hopefully, right?
No, I'll kill human.
Oh. Well, it depends on which
Actually,
human. If
could
it was
be a
Emily, I'd
dependent
like shoot
situation,
it 10
yeah.
times, just like.
Yeah, just make sure.
What? Excuse.
But no, I understand what you're saying there. I was kind of thinking about that last night. I was like the difference is humans are like so like there's a different awareness and like stuff like that, and like it's your own kind.
Yeah.
And you kind of need to value your own species above just as like a very natural thing.
I think.
And as much as like you love your dogs and stuff like that, it's like you just kind of naturally want your own species to live, and that's a good thing, I think.
I agree. Yeah, like once again, it's just like that's just my own thing. And if I like, I do want. I love eating random new food. I like, you know how some people are like really picky with eating, like Lauren. I'm the opposite. Like if you give me
Just call someone out.
no, she says that all the time.
I know. She does.
But like if you put food in front of me and I'm like, oh, what is this? And you explain it, and if it's good, I'll eat it. Right? I ate like the dried up cricket in VidCon US, and I was like, why did I do this? This is not good, but I did it anyway. You know?
Yeah.
If you gave me live octopus, I'll eat the live octopus. You know, if you give me like an egg that's been urinated by school children, I'll eat that too. You know,
I know I'm doing next year VidCon.
the urinated school children egg.
Yeah, is there any school children nearby or?
Apparently, I think that's a Chinese
All
delicacy.
right, this is heading into to illegal territory. I don't
No,
know.
that's
I feel about this.
wait. You guys don't realize? Wait, that's like a Chinese delicacy.
No, I know, but
I know. I tried.
I have some.
It's delicious.
And
but I don't
apparently, like
recommend it.
legitimately, they get fired if once they reach like once they get like older, they get fired to replace it with more children. And I'm like, why? Who wants this?
Whoa.
There's a market for it, Maaz. Watch out.
I don't know, man.
What?
Oh.
Children? What is?
Yeah.
someone's gonna like take this podcast out of context.
I hope.
We're gonna clip the one part where Rush is like, "Yeah, I'm gonna find me some school children."
All right. Okay. Somebody cut that out from what Emily said, and then cut what Emily said.
He exposed himself.
You heard that? My editors do it. You're on it.
Yeah, Mads, cut that one clip out and just like send it to me separately. I want to use that.
My ringtone.
I need this. I need this.
this clip. I need a clip of my life. But the thing is, I like there's so many countries that I want to visit, and like China's one of them, but South Korea is one of them as well. I want to experience.
You should. It's
I want
nice.
to do like an East Asia trip.
Yeah,
Japan and South Korea are like my main goals to hit.
Yeah. Like, listen, we could do an.
I got to feed deer in Japan. It was really
Guys,
fun.
like legit,
Have
we
sticky tongues.
Why don't we just do like an animated trip around the world? You know, like let's just hang out, have a good old time.
We could go to Japan.
because that means we have to not work for like a month.
Yeah, that's gonna kill all of our channels, Paul.
Dude,
We
we
got
could
to feed deer though. Nice.
go to Japan and get the seals.
Oh yeah, they're like really cute. And Shiba Inus, dude, the Shiba Inus. Well, they're dope.
Oh, fluffy boys.
They're so fluffy and they're so cute. I literally had like a dream
always-
of like 100 Shiba Inus, and I'm like in the middle, and I'm like, oh, okay, this is a good dream. This is a
I've
good dream.
always wanted to go to one of those like petting cafes where you could like it's just a bunch of dogs, but also you can have coffee.
Oh,
Yeah.
Pet
Oh yeah,
dogs.
like the cat
Cat
cafes and
cafes,
puppy
yeah.
cafes.
I've always wanted
that's
to go.
really
And you
cute. I like.
You can adopt them too. They like
There's
Aw.
there's a raccoon cafe
What?
in South Korea. I don't know if it's humane though. I didn't visit it, but it's a
That
thing.
just sounds like an infection cafe. Like you walk in
Yeah.
and you walk out with rabies.
Cafe.
Yeah,
my ex-girlfriend had a couple pet raccoons. They're pretty cool.
that's not a pet.
What?
That's not a
That's
pet.
not casual.
She just picked up a raccoon from her garbage and was like, "You're a pet now."
This is
Yeah,
my
they were
pet.
adorable. They had little hands and they're cool.
Well,
They
yeah,
do seem
have
really cute, but
hands.
aren't they like razor sharp? like claws?
Yeah,
I don't know. I've never.
probably.
They like to eat trash.
Oh.
Yeah, Laddi, they like to eat you.
Wow.
Oh.
Low blow.
got 'em.
It's okay. It's justified because Laddi did something that made me angry. So
What happened?
Oh.
Did like
Laddi.
nothing else happened, or she just made you angry? That's it. Like that's
Yeah.
not even.
Yeah,
Yeah,
she looked at me
that's it.
funny.
She looked.
Hey, Laddi, tell us about that cool, funny joke. That's really good and funny.
Oh my god.
So guys, I'm basically best friends with PewDiePie now.
Oh my god. That's crazy, Laddi.
Yeah.
I want to die.
What all happened?
So-
How'd that happen?
Okay. So a couple of days ago, it was like me, Rush, PJ, and Noah, and Saber, but Saber was like AFK or something. But we were talking about what we would like to see in the, like, we were kind of memeing about what would be in the YouTube Rewind, and then we started talking about PewDiePie, and we were like, lol, instead of the Pauls fighting, it would be like PewDiePie and T-Series fighting and making up, and then like I think Rush was like, yeah, and we'll start it out with PewDiePie clapping and going, yeah, review, and I was like, lol, that's so funny, I'm gonna tweet it, and he was like, yeah, sure, whatever. So I tweeted it, and I didn't think nothing was gonna happen because I tweet things all the time and nothing happens. So I tweeted it, and then it just explodes, and then I'm like, oh, okay, and then someone put it on Reddit, like this PewDiePie subreddit, and then it gets like 30,000 likes, and I'm like, oh, okay. And
Yeah.
Rush starts getting mad at me because I was like, you weren't mad at me until it blew up.
Yeah.
I was like, you should.
Wait, were you
tweet it.
mad?
I'm just,
It was his
I'm
idea.
mad.
That
I'm
was
just like,
blowing up.
I'm just like,
Yeah.
what the heck? People are like, Laddi, you're so funny. I'm like,
Mad that I
Laddi, you're
tweeted
hilarious.
it. He wasn't mad that I tweeted it. He was mad that I'm blowing up in
Yeah.
that.
Wait.
Yeah.
That is.
Wait, did he get out of the way?
That's the
Did he get out of the way
classroom
for
thing.
it?
Yeah, she did today.
She did.
I'm like, yeah, I did.
You got out of the way?
Yeah, what the what?
It's not
It's like
Lawai.
the first thing that comes up.
Yeah, it's a news video today. It's not Lawai, but it's like.
Yeah.
Now you have to pin that tweet, Laddie.
I'm gonna pin it for Rush to forever, like.
Well,
You have to look at it. You have to frame it and then
At
send
him
it
at
to
it.
Rush.
Yeah,
Never
send it to
follow you
Rush.
ever again.
every week.
I gave him credit though, and like on like Twitter, I was like, "Lol, I feel
Yeah.
bad. Rush made the joke, guys. Stop praising me for it."
Laddi, you're so good.
That's literally like when you're in a classroom and you say a joke, but you kind of say it quietly, and your like little group around you
Yes.
laughs, and then they yell it out, and everybody's like, "That's so
Yeah,
funny! He's the
100%.
funny guy. We love him."
Or like when somebody says like a right answer, but they're like not confident, and then you say the same answer loud. Everyone's like, "Dude, you're so smart," and I look at the guy, eye contact, and I'm just like, "I'm better than you," you know, like this like same.
Yeah, it's like, oh.
It's
Rush,
okay,
if
Takes
you
it from a
tweeted
scale
it,
of
it might
thir-
not have done as well.
Wow.
Wow, Laddie has way cool. Too cool for school, guys.
Yeah,
Watch
I'm just
out.
Too cool.
Savagery.
No, I actually genuinely do feel really bad though.
Why?
You get all the guilt.
I didn't have
Remember us when you're
intentions-
famous, Laddie?
Yeah.
I didn't have intentions for it to like blow up.
PewDiePie
It's
sees you
okay.
and it's like, "Is that the laddie?"
Laddie,
Yeah,
thank you
I'm
for
the
getting me into
genius.
year.
Yeah.
The review of the year. Wow,
I'm
it's
the
a call
genius
again.
behind
Rewind.
that joke.
Oh no.
It's okay, Laddie. I forgive you.
I still do it. Why are you mad again?
No,
He's mad because it's his joke.
I didn't realize she tweeted it, and then she was like, "Look, I'm blowing up on subreddit." I'm like, "What? That's my joke."
I said
Wait a
I
minute.
tweeted it in the call. I was like, "Lol, I tweeted it," and I
It's-
linked the tweet. And
It's
then
like
he
if
saw
I
it
were to
and he
say
didn't
like,
anything.
"Yes, girls, let's throw that neck, get in my guts," and then it like blows up, and it's like literally I've taken all of what Emily says on a daily basis and made it into a tweet, right? I guess it.
I didn't catch like any of that. What is that? How to translate?
It's because you're
Oh,
not
it's
a
like
degenerate.
something in my gut.
Like yes, girl, slay, throw that neck, get in my gut, you know, like that kind of stuff.
That's what Emery's catchphrases are.
Blow my back
Blow
out.
my tweet that in the call.
Okay, see, that's what I wasn't sure because I thought it was like a let's get this bread type thing. No, that is not. I get it. We're okay.
But
Also,
yeah.
calm down, Emily.
Calm down, Emily. Oh, by the way, Emily, this is an intervention, by the way.
Yeah.
What? Oh no!
It's all set up just for this.
Throw that knee out.
Throw that knee, no.
Throw that knee down.
This is so
I
sad.
love the
Alexa.
I love the juxtaposition between Devin's character and Devin in real life. Like Devin's character is a smushy little hoodie wearing, shy guy, right? And then Devin in real life is this little, like a little hottie, a little blonde hottie. It's like, what is this?
Hottie with the
No.
body.
No.
Devin, do you work out?
I can't move. Rush, I'm gonna get fat.
Devin, do you work out?
I can't. No, I haven't for like months.
But like
Months.
before Bitcoin and stuff, did you work out?
Oh yeah, I had like just started around then.
Okay, makes sense.
Probably for like a month or two though.
Sure.
But
Just started
thank
a month or two.
I was asking.
so bro, you lift?
you lift, bro. You lift.
lift,
You know?
Yeah.
I used to.
My drawing
I always
tablet
can't-
pencil.
When the exam started, I was
always
like, I
can't
don't have
tell
time
the
to lift.
difference.
I just want to study. I just want to study now. So I was just like, all right.
See, I try like with the character stuff. I try to ground myself like mostly my personality or like the humor
Yeah.
I enjoy, which is usually like happy topics with like a dark twist or dark topics made happy somehow,
Yes.
and like through a little squishy character and stuff like that. But I don't
Yeah,
know.
food for thought and now food for mouth. And I get it. And it's just like you are a stupid dumb dumb. Like I get it. It's like it's
Oh.
Stupid dumb dumb. I hope I can walk.
Dude,
I forgot your.
that's your next
Yeah, I
topic,
forgot
Devin.
I'm
It's
trapped
like
here.
I can't walk. That's
The day I became
It's
crippled.
so tragic because it's not a story.
that's it. That's like it's like a 10-second story, guys. I can't
It's like-
walk. That's it. Like no,
You can make it to a story.
like and
the
subscribe.
longest
I
it can
can't
be.
walk.
Hit that bell button if you can't walk either.
Oh, no.
Comes a new trend. Everyone wants to be crippled so they can't walk. Be like GingerPale.
Cripples rise up. Wait, you can't.
Stop!
I walk again. I'm like, guys, still hurt.
Yes, Laddi.
Terrible.
Keep
Terrible.
your evil. I knew it. Laddi, you're evil.
Oh, we're gonna get everything demonetized. Yeah,
This is a good podcast. I like this episode.
I didn't realize.
I can't.
Lol. I'm gonna. If this is demonetized, it probably is going to be. If it isn't, I'm gonna put like 16
Aw.
ads in this video.
Yeah, yeah, a lot of ads.
Okay. What this channel got monetized, but I didn't realize that like we were making 20 cents a day, and I was like, what the heck are we that bad? Nobody cares. And I realized that we only put an ad at the beginning of the hour-long podcast, and I was like, oh, maybe I should put like.
It's an hour long.
Yeah, maybe I should put a few more ads than just one, and so I put a few more ads in.
That's like 6 ads that we could be getting.
Every 10 minutes, man. Every 10 minutes.
Oh no.
Dude,
Like,
I don't know how to remember this, but like, I was on Twitter recently, and this actually links back in with Emily's South Korean thing, but first of all, South Korea is like the fact that BTS is everywhere doesn't surprise me, but it is a little weird, right? In my
no, in Japan.
in Japan.
No, even in Japan.
No,
actually.
no, they got didn't they get canceled because they the one guy wore an atomic bomb hoodie?
Oh, I heard about that.
Yeah.
So
Got
yeah,
canceled.
apparently like what did he wear? It was like
It was a shirt that had like the image of an atomic
oh
bomb on
yeah.
it.
Hiroshima.
Something.
Yeah, and it's like, ooh, I don't know if you should wear that to Japan. I don't know.
No, he didn't wear it to Japan though. That's
Oh.
the
He
thing.
just wore it.
In
That's the fact
general,
that he wore it,
has.
I think, is what made it.
What if he's saying like he's the bomb? You know, like that's. It's like
Like apparently, like from what I've heard, it was like a fan site that gifted him the shirt, and so he wore it. But I don't know. I don't know the details.
he's actually just a closet racist.
Yeah.
What if he's the bomb? Then I don't think they want him.
Yeah, I don't think he wants
for a
it.
show.
We don't want another one.
Number 3, it's like just delayed. But no, like it's like the South Korea thing. Did you see the League of Legends music video?
I love it.
Bitch. Oh, sorry. I
Oh, it's so good.
It is literally
I,
so spicy that I can't.
I'm actually funny you mentioned that because today after this podcast I'm gonna go fabric shopping with my girlfriends, so we're gonna get fabric to make the cosplays
What are you?
for this group.
Bro.
I'm Ari.
You're who?
I'm Ari.
Which one's that? The one with the hat, huh?
Fox, nine-tailed
No.
fox.
Who's, oh, okay. Who's Ari?
She doesn't wear a hat. Ari's the one with the she's in the laundry room in the music
Oh, the
video.
second best girl. Gotcha.
Yeah.
So, like, okay, is it for a convention or just cosplaying for fun?
Convention.
We're around the house.
Which convention?
And we're hoping we'll have it done by Anime Los Angeles, and we're probably gonna wear it again for Anime Expo.
Okay.
Yeah.
That video
Wait, did
is
you guys
like
see the
legit
comparison?
so good. I love that.
It's so good.
Did you see the comparison between the League of Legends event and the Blizzard event? And they got DJ Khaled at and he's just like, another one. The crowd is like, oh, okay, yeah. And then another one. They like don't respond.
That was like
and
a
he
year
just
ago.
keeps
though,
going
that,
like
but
6 times.
It's so stupid. Yeah.
It just shows me how outdated in internet and meme culture to bring DJ Khaled on now. It's like, what are you doing right now?
Well, it's like the Black Panther, like. Did I just mess up the name of the movie?
No, Black Panther.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay, thank God. Anyway,
It's like the what are,
they made the "What are those"
what are
joke
those?
in the middle of the movie.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Okay,
That
see-
was like, but I'm like, movies take a while to get made. This is fine.
Yeah.
But like, that's like something you chose to do and you're planning and like,
And with the what are those jokes? It also felt like like it felt like what I would do to my siblings. You know what I mean? Like it was like a sibling to sibling meme.
ow, 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 ow. Fuck. Sorry.
You okay, Devin?
He's dying. Oh, God.
I think I gotta go. I think I
Oh
gotta
no,
go.
Devin.
Devin's dead.
Rip.
Goodbye, Devin. We love you.
I'm just muting.
All right.
Oh no. So we can't hear his cries of pain.
No.
He just starts crying.
But yeah, that music video was pretty sexy,
I'm
man.
worried about Devin, dude. Like his knee. He probably should go to see a doctor.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna do that. Except the only issue is you can hear my parents thumping around upstairs, and they're actually going to a hockey game, and I'm like, oh, that's like you gotta buy tickets and stuff, and I'm like,
just say
Wow.
drop me off at like the emergency department or something, or like the,
yeah, that or I'll call sibling. Either way.
Oh yeah, general practice. So yeah, I think we should end it off there so you can go to the freaking hospital.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
It's all good.
Oh no.
It's fine.
all
It's
good.
honestly like that's fine.
You want to take care of yourself.
How
How
dare
dare
you go
recording
to the
with
hospital
us.
during a podcast episode? like I don't.
You better bring your phone with you so you can stay on the podcast.
We made a lot of plans to make this happen, and then like
Like an emergency
literally
room.
10 seconds before.
This was all calculated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Fan art for the previous episode. Let's go. Here's the fan art. Wow, that's so great. Devin's bleeding out. All right.
Where?
And now,
good.
thank you so much for the patrons this time, specifically these guys. And I don't believe there's anybody to shout out, but I'll shout out Origami just again because Origami is the best. All right.
We love you, Origami.
All right. Thank you so much for. That's Devin's I'm gonna translate that because Devin said I love you, Origami, as well. So yeah. Thank you so much for coming and watching, everybody, and hopefully you stick around for the next episode as well. All right, bye guys.
Bye.
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 In pain. All right, log it off now.